Kyu Ho Yoon, a First Amendment scholar at the University of Oregon, he was very doubtful Trump could win. He said the broadcast was factually truthful for the most part, and if there is no clear falsity, the First Amendment shields the media. He even added, and this is kind of brutal, that Trump is more or less libel-proof as a convicted felon. In other words, his reputation's already taken enough hits that one more story isn't going to make much difference. Also, $1 billion. That's not a lawsuit. That's a Netflix show pitch. 1 billion reasons to sue. Coming this fall to Truth Social Plus. Now, here's the other layer. Even if Trump did win in another country, say the UK, where libel laws are much friendlier to plaintiffs, that judgment couldn't even be enforced in the US because of something called the Speech Act of 2010. It basically says US courts can enforce foreign libel judgments that violate American free speech protections. So Trump's legal team can write as many fiery letters as they want, ending with "please govern yourself accordingly." But legally, it's a long shot. Let's zoom out. This story isn't just about one bad edit or one angry president. It's about something deeper. Trust. When a major public broadcaster like the BBC makes even a small mistake in political coverage, it feeds into the narrative that the media is biased. And that's dangerous, especially when trust in journalism is already at rock bottom globally. But on the flip side, when leaders like Trump weaponize lawsuits and legal threats against the press, that also chills free expression. It's intimidation, whether or not it ever reaches court. So we are stuck in this toxic feedback loop. Politicians attack the media. The media makes mistakes. Politicians point to those mistakes to justify the attacks, and the public just tunes out. If you're in the US, this story might sound familiar. Trump's gone after the New York Times, the Wall Street Journal, ABC News, and even defended NPR and PBS. He's also removed Associated Press journalists from the White House press pool. So yeah, this BBC threat is not an isolated case. It's part of a pattern. A years-long war between Trump and the media ecosystem. Now, in fairness, Trump has every right to demand accountability if a broadcast truly misrepresented him. Editing political footage, especially around something as serious as January 6, isn't just a small slip-up. It can shape public perception, it can influence elections. But there's a line between seeking accountability and trying to control the narrative through fear. That's where this gets complicated. So, will Trump actually file this billion-dollar lawsuit? Probably not. Will the BBC recover from this PR nightmare? Eventually, they always do. But the bigger question is, how do we rebuild trust between the media and the people they're supposed to inform, when both sides keep proving the other's point? That's the part no lawsuit can fix. Anyway, that's the story. Trump, BBC, $1 billion, and a reminder that in 2025, the line between journalism and drama is getting thinner by the day.